Hey everybody, it's Shelby at Vintage Chic. Wanted to hop on and do a video that a lot of you have requested, and I'm sure a lot of you are kind of not sure what to select when you go through your pre-appointment questionnaire telling you what styles that you're going to want to pick for your appointment. So I'm going to do a video today and I'll go through the various styles. There's really only 5 or 6 styles, and I will say that every bridal shop owner has a little bit different idea of what silhouettes are. So first, we're going to start out with the lovely Camilla. She is part of our orderable bride collection. She is a sheath dress, so fitted at the top, fitted at the waist, straight down at the bottom. There's no flare at the bottom, it's just a sheath straight down style. While I have the dresses on mannequins, I'm actually going to just go ahead and point out some of the features of each dress. I know that you guys have a lot of questions about necklines, straps, different kinds of fabrics, so I'll just go over them while I have them on the mannequin. So you have the nice spaghetti strap here. This is actually beaded. Some of them come without beading. It's really just a preference. Spaghetti straps are a nice option if you want something real dainty on the shoulder. So that way you're not strapless, because I know girls are always worried about pulling it up if it's strapless. But it does give you a nice little dainty spaghetti strap here. And then this comes down into a sweetheart neckline. Some might call it a V. V is more, you know, that it's more like a V, where this is more of the sweetheart, where it has the slope of the bust. So up here we have the lace, the traditional lace. And then as you go down, it trails down into crepe, and then you have the lace at the bottom there. So the crepe material is actually a great material for comfort. It's very stretchy. You can kind of see how I'm like stretching that there. The only thing is it's a little unforgiving. This is a double creped gown, so it's a little less unforgiving. But it's a very clingy material, shows any lumps and bumps you have going on, which lumps and bumps are fine, but you have to be able to be confident enough to wear a dress like this. You can always wear Spanx. It does have that option to be illusioned to the top, so you can definitely wear Spanx with this dress if you choose to have it illusioned. Otherwise, you could do a nice little panty Spanx and have it just come up to the waist. So the top is illusioned here. I don't know if you can see it on the white mannequin, but it does have an illusion top from here up. This can be lined, don't worry. If you don't want it to be as scandalous, you can actually choose whether you want the liner to go all the way around, because the back is illusion as well. So you can actually choose if you want the liner to stop just so the front is lined and then you still have a nice illusion back, or you can line the whole thing. I will say that if you line the whole thing, it does give you more of an option for Spanx. Like I said, crepe is a very unforgiving fabric, but it's beautiful either way. I mean, I have this in a size 10, but I've seen girls try on crepe up to a bridal size like 16 or 18, and it still looks beautiful. It's just about being confident in your body. But if you're worried about the lumps and bumps showing and you're going to be self-conscious, crepe probably isn't the style for you. Okay, so next we're going to have a fit and flare. This is Cordelia. The reason that this is called a fit and flare for me, everybody has a little bit of different idea of what a fit and flare is. Fit and flare can mean that it just flares out at the bottom. Some people think it's a trumpet or a mermaid. Some people think it's just a little flare. The reason I think that Cordelia is a true fit and flare, she does have a flare. You know, it's fitted and then it flares down at the legs at some point. And then this actually has no crinoline underneath it. So crinoline is actually a fabric. It's a really like hard, durable, it's not really a fabric, it's almost like a netting that goes under the dress. And when I put a mermaid on, I will show you what crinoline is. But Cordelia has none of that. So she just has the flare that comes out at the legs, and then she's fitted at the top. So like I said, now that I have them on the mannequin, I might as well show you some features of the dress. This has a nice illusion strap here. Nice thick natural strap, nothing too thick though. And then it comes down into a V. This is that V that I was talking about. If it was up a little higher, I would call this more of an illusion sweetheart, but this goes down into the V. It's more of a plunge. So this can actually be closed in alteration, so you don't have to have that here. This can actually come closed. Your seamstress would just sew that up, and then you would have a nice little sweetheart. And you could go as high up with that as you want. So this is actually an orderable gown. She's a size 14, but I have her clipped in the back. It's an ivory cashmere, so it has a nice blush undertone to this, where if you have it in all ivory, just kind of the lace pattern kind of blend. Okay, so moving right along, we have a trumpet. This is an off-the-rack dress. It's an Essence of Australia. So trumpet versus mermaid. I'm just going to show you on one mannequin what a trumpet versus a mermaid is. I don't think I really have any true mermaids. Everybody thinks that a mermaid is something that makes you look like you have a fin on the bottom. And that's not what a mermaid is. I mean, to a degree. So a trumpet versus a mermaid. Trumpet flares out at the thigh, and then a mermaid would flare out at the knee or lower. Both of them are harder to walk in. Usually somebody that wants a trumpet or a mermaid is set on a trumpet or a mermaid. Just because it is harder to walk in, you have to kind of make the sacrifice for the day where it's going to be harder to move your legs. But if you get a bigger size, the nice thing is you can kind of mess with alterations where you can leave this a little looser in the thigh so you have more room to move your legs. It's just not going to be as fitted as it's supposed to be. So going over the different features of this dress, it has a nice little off the shoulder cap sleeve here, and then it goes into a sweetheart. It does actually come down into a V, but this is all covered. It has beading all over the bodice and all the way down into the leg area, and then it goes into just lace pattern on the bottom. But yeah, so this is a V, but you don't really see it. It's not anything where the girls are showing. And then, so it has the lace and then it goes down into the lace applique at the bottom. This is an applique where it's just off on its own. I forgot that I told you that I was going to show you guys what crinoline is. So, crinoline is this stuff. It's underneath the dress. You can actually, if a dress doesn't come with it, you can get what's called a petticoat, which actually you wear underneath your dress. So it gives it, if you want that volume in a dress that doesn't normally have volume, you can get a petticoat. But this comes with it. It flares the bottom out. It's more stiff. I mean, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it makes a noise when you crinkle it. But yeah, so that's crinoline, and that goes underneath the dress, and it gives it more of a shape. You can add dresses that have crinoline underneath it normally. You can even add another petticoat and give it more volume. So it's really just about how much volume you want in the lower part. Okay, so now we're moving on to flaring at the waist. So we've kind of moved away from the fitted dresses that are fitted through the waist and kind of flare, go straight down at the bottom. This is a slim A-line. So this is Lorraine. She's part of our orderable collection. Beautiful, beautiful dress. Love her. But a slim A-line, what does that mean? So I'll show you when I do the A-line, but A-line means it comes out and it forms almost like a capital letter A. This is a slim A-line though, so it doesn't come out super far. There's actually no crinoline or anything underneath this. It just goes straight down. Very comfortable, flowy. Some girls think that the crinoline that's underneath like an A-line or a ball gown is kind of scratchy and it's heavy and they want something more lightweight. So a slim A-line is perfect for that. Like I said, this is Lorraine. Going over some of the features. She has a long sleeve here. This actually can come in nude for the tulle. I couldn't think of the word. For the tulle that's on the sleeve. And she has nice little lace appliques and then a nice cuffed beaded bottom of the sleeve. And then goes into, so if you look at the under part of the dress, the actual bodice, it's a sweetheart, but this is more of a V because of the strap. So it comes down and then this, so from here up is all illusioned. Very, very pretty. I don't know if you guys can see it, but she does have the beading all over. And the flower, she has a little bit more beading. Has a nice little dainty belt here, and then some lace applique to go into the skirt. Okay guys, so this is an A-line. This is Everly. She is my favorite, favorite, favorite dress. She looks so good on just about every bride that puts her on. I love her so much that I have her in a size 14 to try on and a size 24 to try on. She's orderable. Love Everly. Absolute favorite. I know you guys always ask me which dress is my favorite, and I don't like to play favorites, but I will with Everly because she is gorgeous. She looks familiar. If you go back to the Fit and Flare, Cordelia, they're actually the same lace pattern. They're sister dresses. So one's a more fitted style, and then this is the A-line. So again, so what's an A-line? Fitted at the waist and comes out. You can actually take out, so it has the crinoline underneath. Has a bunch of crinoline. But you can actually take that crinoline out and make this more of a slim A-line. So it would be more like this instead. I have had girls do tons of different things. I have a bride that's making a long sleeve with the dress. I have brides that are making the back a little lower. She does have a nice like mid back point, but you can make it a lower back if you choose. I have people that are carrying that lace up and over the strap. There's just a ton of things you can do with this dress. So, like I said, A-line flares at the waist, has the crinoline underneath, has that true capital A shape, and then you have the V neckline here. So it's actually the bodice is a sweetheart, but it has the strap that goes up so it makes it that V neck. So it has the nice illusion strap here, and this is an all-over lace again. So it does come from an applique, but it's an all-over lace pattern. If you actually look, I don't know if you guys can see it from far away or not, there's actually 2 layers to this dress, or 3, 4. Sorry, there's 4, but there's actually a Swiss dot layer under this as well. This is the ivory cashmere version of this dress. You can order it in ivory or ivory champagne. The plus size option that I have is an ivory. But if girls want to see it with the ivory cashmere, I can put it underneath the plus size and it's not a problem. A lot of people like the ivory cashmere though, because you can actually see the lace applique. Very gorgeous. So last but not least, we have a ball gown. Now, this is a little bit milder of a ball gown. Ball gown, so like the A-line, it fits at the waist, but it more so poofs at the waist than goes straight in making that A-line shape. Like I said, she's more mild. She is technically a ball gown, but if you wanted more of that fuller skirt, remember how I said with the petticoat, you can add that crinoline underneath it. This dress actually has no crinoline underneath it, believe it or not. It just has that many layers that it makes it more floofy. So you can add the crinoline underneath this and give it more of a big princess moment, or you can keep her slim and just wear her like this. This is actually autumn, so going over the features, she has a spaghetti strap again, nice beaded spaghetti strap, and this is a plunge V-neck, so it goes all the way down, but this can be closed up in alterations to make it less revealing. So she has beading all over the bodice, and then she has the lace applique throughout, and then if you actually lift up these layers, she actually has a full sequin lace layer underneath. Beautiful dress. Okay, so that's gonna wrap up the dress styles. I know there's some things and features that I didn't cover, but I just kind of went over the ones that were on the mannequins. So there is a dress that I have that's on a mannequin, but I'll save her for another day. She's actually a drop waist A-line. So what that means is that it fits through the waist and then it comes out at about the hip area. She's a corset back, so she's absolutely gorgeous. You know what? So this is Landry. So this is that drop waist A-line that I was talking about. Fits through here, and then it starts to come out, instead of at the waist, it starts to come out more at like your hip area. Gives you a great shape. She has a corset back, pulls you in wonderfully. This is the illusion strap, has a nice little cap sleeve here. I ordered this dress in a plus size, and I will probably order it in a smaller size as well, because I know everybody loves a corset. No, well, not everybody loves a corset, but most people love a corset. It just pulls you in, and that way, because you can actually make this dress strapless. That way, when you have a corset, you're not going to be pulling it up all day. So this is the true drop waist A-line. She has the plunge here, but when you put it on, it's not as revealing as you would think. She has the nice little plunge V-line or V neckline, and then she has the sweetheart here. She actually has little pearl beads all over, and then she has a layer of sequin lace underneath it as well. So all of her lace dress have the nice little appliques on the top. Overall, just a gorgeous dress. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for me. I promise this is the end of the video now. Make sure if you like the video to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and you can get updated information on the new videos that I will have coming out. Okay, thanks so much, guys. Bye!